Yes, guys, welcome back to another vid from Mutal FC, and today we got another banging vid for you. The new Premier League season is back. So what do we have? Game week 1 predictions for you.
That's right. So kicking it off, we got Arsenal versus Brentford, and keep an eye out for Arsenal's most entertaining player, Troops. As for the result, I'm gonna go 3-1 to Brentford because I genuinely think it's gonna be an Ivan Toney hat trick on the opening day, and then we feel bad for the Arsenal fans, so we'll get Pepe one goal. But yeah, keep an eye out for Troops. Definitely Arsenal's best player this week.
Oh my god, if that happens, bro, it's gonna be fun to watch, Troops. But personally for me, I think Arsenal are gonna do what they did last season. They had Fulham last year, and they beat them 3-0, and Willian scored 2 goals, and Arsenal fans like, oh, this is our season, we're gonna get top 4, blah blah blah. We saw how that ended up at the end of the season. I think they're gonna get that. Brentford are gonna be like, they're gonna give them that easy win to Arsenal. I think it's gonna be a 2-0 win for Arsenal, and then Arsenal's hopes will die throughout the season. So yeah, 2-0 Arsenal.
All right, then moving on to Man United versus Leeds United. So this is a derby, but I just think since it's opening day, United had some players at the Euros, and then Leeds, take a while to get going. So I'm going to go 2-2 between United and Leeds.
Yeah, United Leeds. I'm excited. As a United fan this season, we're getting Varane, we're getting Sancho, maybe a midfielder. Like, this is an exciting season. But just like Locke said, I think we're having players returning back. Rashford is injured. Sancho just started training this week, so Ollie said we don't know if he'll start, and Varane's still in quarantine, so I don't expect him to start. So that means we have fucking McFred probably in midfield. We have Linda shit in defense, and we'll probably play Dan James up top. So, shit, fuck, and no Rashford either. So, yeah, it's gonna be pain. I honestly think it's gonna be, realistically, probably like a 1-1 or a 0-0. I'm gonna be optimistic and say 1-0, maybe Bruno Pen. So yeah, 1-0 Man United.
All right, then moving on to Leicester versus Wolves. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Leicester. Just 'cause I think with Leicester, I really hope this happens, by the way, opening day debut goal for Patson Daka, maybe Iheanacho or, I don't know, Albrighton or someone useless like that. And then for Wolves, probably Traore, man. I would love it if he just banged something in on open day. He's been balling in preseason. But yeah, 2-1 to Leicester.
Like I mentioned in the last video, in our season predictions, I think Leicester are gonna have a really good season this year, and I think beginning of that was the Community Shield against Man City. I think City struggled against Leicester at times, and I think Leicester are gonna show that against Wolves, and I think it's gonna be a 3-0 thrashing. I think Wolves are just gonna get ripped apart. 2 goals for Daka. 1 goal for the James Madison, who is going to stay. He's not leaving. I'm telling you right now, the dude's staying. So 3-0, Leicester City.
All right, and then moving on to Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. So hopefully, Lukaku's in by the opening day, but I don't think it's going to happen. So as a result of that, I'm going to go 1-1 between them and Palace. And I think Zaha's been balling in preseason. So yeah, 1-1.
I know I said Chelsea are gonna finish 5th in my season predictions, but I think they're gonna get an easy win against Crystal Palace. I think 5-0. I know Lukaku. I know he might only get signed. He hasn't been officially signed yet. But I think he'll still be on the bench, and I think he'll come on. And the dude, like, he knows the Premier League. People, like, this dude's played for West Brom, Everton, United. It's going to be easy work. I think he'll come on and put a double. I think Havertz will score a couple, and I think even maybe like a Christian Pulisic or Ziyech or Mason Mount will get the other one. So yeah, I think 5-0 easy win for Chelsea.
All right, and then moving on to Watford versus Aston Villa. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Aston Villa just because, Watford are coming up. Aston Villa have, gone FIFA career transfer mode and bought everything under the sun, Buendia, Ings, and co. I just think for Watford also, Watford fans, show your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Cuco Hernandez finally deserves to start? Been out on loan, I think, in La Liga de Granada, but he's been balling preseason. I just think Villa's going to be too much, though, so I'm going to go 2-1 to Villa.
For me, Locke made a really good point. I mean, Villa literally have done career transfer mode, like basically what Chelsea did last year, just not as on a big budget. But then the signings have been good. I just think it's gonna be like Chelsea last year. Like, the signings is gonna take time to gel. And I think Watkins did pick up a small injury in the friendlies. So, and I know they'll have Danny Ings coming in for that. But I think Watford will maybe be able to get something out of this game just because Villa are gonna be starting slow a little bit. So I think this will be a 1-1 draw.
All right, and then moving on to Liverpool versus Norwich. So, we don't really have to predict this. It happened, I think, 2 years ago on opening day, like 4-0, 4-1. I'm going to go exactly the same fucking scoreline. So, yeah, 4-1 to Liverpool.
Yeah, I remember that 2 years ago, Pookie Party, everyone was getting hype. Oh, Norwich plays exciting style of play. They're a yo-yo club, man, and they're gonna get fucking yo-yoed by Liverpool, bro. 3-0. I'm going Salah with a hat trick. Salah usually does this in the early start. He'll get that hat trick. He'll just like start off. Salah's always in the top goal scoring charts, so he'll get an easy hat trick and stat pad his way up. So yeah, 3-0 to Liverpool.
All right, and then moving on to the last game of the week, the most entertaining game of the week, Man City versus Spurs. And speaking of yo-yos, Harry Kane is Daniel Levy's yo-yo. You hit him with a comeback, bitch. You're not going to City. Yeah, and I mean, with City, man, you can play a seed team, and you're probably still going to beat Spurs. No disrespect to Spurs, and hopefully that Lautaro move goes through. But just because of that, and you know how good City is, I'm going to go 2-1 to City.
Yeah, I mean, Locke is not wrong. I think there's a lot of storylines. Obviously, the Kane saga, not showing up to training, but then he says, "Oh no, I wasn't doing anything to disrespect the club. I don't like all the fans." Bro, if you did that, you would have came out sooner. Don't you just didn't get your move. Messi became the big storyline, so you went down the shadow. That's just unlucky. For me, honestly, I think, like Locke said, I just think City, whatever team they put out, they're always a good side, and I think losing that Community Shield for Pep. He likes to win all these. Even if it's a shitty trophy, he wants to win it. So when he lost that to Leicester, I think he was definitely pissed. So you'll want to get revenge. I know this is Spurs. He'll want to start off, make a statement. So I'm saying 2-0 to Man City. I'm saying Riyad Mahrez and Jack Grealish. But other than that, boys, let us know down in the comments. What do you think of these predictions? Do you think there's going to be any surprises? Do you think Brentford are going to win, like Locke said, just smash Arsenal out of the water? Do you think Spurs, Kane might have a point to prove and might score a couple against City? Let us know down in the comments below. But other than that, we'll catch you next week. Peace.